welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm gonna be going ahead and doing a full face type video using Wet n Wild products. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation with the Photo Focus Concealer, and also the Photo Focus Pressed Powder, and some eyeshadows and such from them. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation first. This foundation that I have is in 106A, which is light ivory, and this is their cushion foundation. I am going to go ahead and apply it with the little pad that it comes with, just because I feel like it gives me really good coverage and pretty fast. So just gonna apply this everywhere, and then I will go ahead and go in with concealer. Sorry about the sniffles, always me with the sniffles in every video. I do take allergy medicine, I do take Flonase, nasal spray and such, but for some reason, still get sniffles. Okay. I do like this foundation. It is a bit on the thicker side for a cushion, but like it feels thicker to me than the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion or something like that. It's not terrible, it's not like too thick or anything. For the price, who can complain about that? And it doesn't usually cling to my dry patches or my fine lines or anything like that too bad or anything. I usually have a really hard time with most foundations for that. That's why I usually lean more towards cushions and stuff. Thinner type foundations for that reason. But this one is not terrible. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with the Photo Focus Concealer. The Photo Focus Concealer I have is in the light ivory as well. It's 840B. This is what it looks like. Just going to apply under my eyes, my eyelids. Okay. I'm gonna go in with my Eco Tools little mini sponge to pounce that in. I have already applied my eyebrows. Applied. I've already colored in my eyebrows. Like I'm applying lashes or something, right? Okay. I do like this concealer. It's not too thick or anything, but it does give pretty good coverage, and it does not like look too cakey or anything like that. I hate when I try a concealer and I'm like, ugh. Like you could just see that it's there. This one is not like that bad with that. It's actually pretty good, and for the price it's like $5, I believe. And you really can't beat that for that price. Pretty good coverage. I will say it's obviously not full coverage, but it does cover pretty well, and it makes me look pretty even, which is what I'm going for. If a little bit of my skin color is seeping through, like I do have really like blue in this area in the corners, it doesn't bother me too much. I don't like have to be like total full coverage. As long as I look even and bright and nice, I don't really trip on things like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild, the pressed powder, the Photo Focus. This one is in Warm Light 821E, and I'm gonna go ahead first in and go under my under eye with it. I'm just gonna take an e.l.f. what is this, the Flawless Concealer brush, and just kind of tap it in all over. I will say that this powder is a good option. It's not too like thick and cakey. and it really does set pretty well. Which is what we need. Thin, not too thick and cakey, and that really actually sets your makeup well. I usually do this around my mouth. And then I'll go in with a bigger just powder brush. This is the Wet n Wild powder brush. Just going to pounce that in all over. Okay. I do like to be more on the matte side, but I do like to look a little luminous and not completely matte. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead in with some bronzer. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer. This one is in 739 Ticket to Brazil. Why'd I say Brazil? And I'm gonna go ahead and apply that with a Wet n Wild. This is just another powder brush. Just gonna warm up my cheek area a little bit, my forehead. Give me a little more definition and color since I'm so pale. And it is winter time. So it being cold with no sun, if I look pale, I look really pale outside when there's no sun. A little bit more. Okay. I think we're good here. Got a little more definition going on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the blush. Let's see, it's the Wet n Wild Coloricon. This one is in Rose. Ooh, I can't remember the name, and I think I ripped it off. I'm gonna look that up and link that down below in the description. But it's Rose something, I believe. But it's just a really, really beautiful shade. It does have a bit of shimmer in it, but you know, to me, that doesn't bother me much. I do like a little shimmer in my blush. I do like to look like luminous on my cheeks with my highlighter and everything, so it doesn't bother me too much. But this is really a really pretty shade. It's just a little bit rosy. It's kind of that perfect rosy shimmer shade, in my opinion. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to apply, let's see, what is this? The Creme Brulee Wet n Wild eyeshadow single. This one's in 251B Creme Brulee, so I'm gonna I usually always put this down as my base on my eyeshadow. Just go ahead and apply that all over. Give me even coverage. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with, this is the Wet n Wild palette in Comfort Zone, and I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here. Just kind of apply that all over the crease area. More. The only thing about most of these shadows from Wet n Wild is they're not, most of them aren't matte. They do have some newer, smaller palettes that do have mattes in them. But most of their eyeshadows are like, you know, satiny or glittery. They're not like completely matte or anything. But a lot of times that doesn't bother me too much. Some people might not like that. I mean, I do like mattes, don't get me wrong. I love mattes, I have mattes, but Wet n Wild needs to step up their eyeshadow game a little bit more. And then I'm going to take this other shade from the Sweet as Candy palette. This is 381B. And I'm going to take the middle brown shade as well. This one is a little bit more shimmery and dark. I'm just going to apply it more down in the crease, not up, just down here. Let's see. Give it a little more definition down here. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead in and apply, what is this? The Silent Treatment 335, and I'm gonna take this purpley grayed out shade down here, the bottom, and I'm going to apply that, let's see, to my lid area. Just gonna use a Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush. Okay. I have already applied mascara. I usually don't apply mascara before I'm done with my eyeshadow, but today I did to save some time. Since I didn't have a Wet n Wild mascara or eyebrow pencil, I just decided to go ahead and apply those off camera. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead in with the Wet n Wild highlighting powder. This one is in Golden Flower Crown 333B. I'm just gonna apply that. To my cheekbones. A little bit on my nose, not too much. Just a little bit, just to be a little luminous. A little bit on my upper eyebrow area. And I do usually take some and put it on the inner corner of my eye. I usually use highlighter for that. Sometimes I'll use eyeshadow, but today I'm gonna use the same highlighter on my inner corner, just to brighten that up. And I will also use the same highlighter on my brow bone. Okay, looks good. I'm just gonna actually go in a little bit more with that first crease color that we used from the Comfort Zone palette, that brown right over here. Wipe off my brush a little bit, go in and deepen that crease up just a little bit more. Just like so. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead in and use the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. This one is in Rebel Rose 924B. Just going to apply this. I'm all about the mauve-y neutral shades for the lips, or grayed out shades. Anything that's mauve-y, neutral, or grayed out, I cannot resist. Like, even if I have a shade that's already similar in another brand, I'm like, I have to have it. Okay. And that is the final look. I think I'm gonna apply a little tiny bit more highlighter. Because I love highlighter. It's my life. Okay. And this is the final look. Hope you guys enjoyed this full face of Wet n Wild products. And comment down below which product is if you've tried any of these products and which one is your favorite. I have a feeling most of you might say the highlighters. Those are definitely my favorite Wet n Wild products. The highlighters, they're to die for. And also the liquid catsuits. They are wonderful from the drugstore. And please do not forget to like and subscribe before leaving, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!